nagpapakalat naman ng fake news pamamagitan ng
Good day, everyone. My name is Danni MUÑOZ of Group 3, and today we'll be presenting our report on the effects of fake news, how it spreads and influences people at the local, national, and international levels. In today's world, misinformation travels faster than ever before. Whether it's a small rumor in a local town or a viral post seen across nations, fake news has a way of shaping our beliefs, our actions, and even our emotions. And what's alarming is that even at its smallest scale, within a single city or locality, it can still cause real harm to communities. To show this, I'll begin with an example from our own province, a local fake news case that circulated right here in Cebu. On September 30, 2025, Cebu was struck by a powerful earthquake that affected several areas, especially in the north. In the aftermath, many private individuals and volunteer groups organized relief operations to deliver goods and aid to affected residents. Now, we will be identifying the fake news source. The post was shared by a Facebook user under the name Cho, and then later reposted by several local community groups. However, this post didn't come from any official government page or verified media outlet, which already raises suspicion about its credibility. Now, we will be spotting the red flags. One major red flag was the inconsistent location mentioned in different versions of this post. At first, it said that the landslide happened in Lugo, Bourbon, but later versions changed it to Liqui or even Sitio Eme, Sogon. According to Philstars, The Freeman, the fake post said that the landslide happened in Lugo, Bourbon, and it warned motorists not to pass through the northern route via Catmon. The article confirmed that the claim was false and that the Cebu City Council even asked the NBI to investigate who started the fake news. The Inquirer also mentioned the same false claim, that there was a landslide in Bourbon, but clarified that no actual landslide was recorded in that area or in other northern towns. Meanwhile, Cebu Daily News reported that other versions of the post claimed that the landslide was in Sitio Eme, Barangay Damulog, Sogon. The municipality of Sogon officially denied this and said that no landslide occurred there at all. So, across all the reports, the claimed locations kept changing, from Lugo Bourbon to Sogon to Sitio Eme, but all legitimate sources confirmed no landslide ever happened. In the end, the photo used in the viral post was found to be from an old landslide in Pinamuhangan, not from a recent quake at all. So now we will be going to the impact. Although the claim was false, it still caused panic, confusion, and logistical problems. Traffic worsened, volunteers were delayed, and anxiety spread among residents, all because of one unverified Facebook post. This proves that even at the local level, fake news can cause real-world consequences, especially during emergencies when trust and communication are critical. Fake news doesn't stop at the local level. It can influence national issues, sway public opinion, and even damage reputations on a larger scale. At the national and international levels, misinformation can affect more than just within a small group of people.
National News Article. Misleading national news article from 2025 came from online posts claiming the Department of Education or DepEd removed the K-12 program starting the 2025 to 2026 school year. This news article was published on social media posts, questionable blogs, and some unverified news pages pushed this false claim widely. These platforms are not exactly reputable because they do not follow journalistic standards or verify facts before publishing. Red flag in this article include the absence of an official DepEd statement confirming such a big change, making things sound much bigger and more serious than they really are to confuse students, parents, and teachers. Also, the rapid spread online without evidence and immediate debunking by credible outlets.
So moving on, to verify these claims, we should use trusted sources such as official announcements from DepEd, credible news outlets like the Philippine News Agency, and fact-checking groups and government press releases that regularly address such misinformation. In summary, this misleading news article and its claims states that the article falsely claimed the government scrapped the entire K-12 education system for next school year, suggesting a sudden and drastic change. In addition, evaluation shows that the article's sources came from an unofficial biased social media pages and some unregulated blogs lacking editorial oversight. relying on spreading rumors for clicks or political motives. In comparison with truthful information, it shows DepEd officially stating the K-12 program remains in effect for 2025 to 2026 and beyond, as there is no government plan to remove or stop the program. Furthermore, DepEd issued warnings against fake news and advised the public to rely on official channels for accurate information.
Did you know that a simple rumor online can shut down an entire international program? That's exactly what happened in Japan, and it's what I'll be talking about today. The article Miss Aragon and I chose is titled Japan Cuts Africa Exchange Program Amid Fake Immigration Claims, published by Al Jazeera on September 25, 2025. So first, who published it? It came from Al Jazeera, a well-known and reputable international news organization that often reports on migration, politics, and global issues.
Is the platform reputable? Yes. Al Jazeera is an internationally recognized news organization headquartered in Qatar. It is generally considered reputable because of its employs professional journalists. It provides global coverage, and it is widely cited by other international outlets. However, like many media platforms, it has also faced criticisms of bias in certain regions. Despite that, it remains a credible source for global events. So what are the red flags can be seen? Even if the article itself is from a reputable source, the misleading narrative it covers had several red flags. First is clickbait headlines, no credible evidence or data, anonymous or unclear authors, emotional language, and lastly, overgeneralization.
Now let's talk about the main claims in the article. First, JICA, or the Japan International Cooperation Agency, canceled its Africa Hometown Initiative, a cultural exchange program with 4 African countries. Second, the cancellation happened after misinformation spread online, including false statement from Nigerian government about a supposed special visa category for Africans. Third, this led to public backlash. People feared a surge in immigration, and local officials received thousands of complaints. Fourth, JICA and local authorities later clarified that the program was purely cultural and had nothing to do with immigration. To verify these claims, I checked both primary and secondary sources. Primary sources included JICA's official statement and comments from local mayors confirming that the program was indeed cancelled due to public misunderstanding. Secondary sources like the Channel News Asia, The Guardian, and the Le Monde supported the same story, showing how fake news and mistranslations fueled panic and controversy. So, to summarize, this situation shows just how fast misinformation can spread and affect real-life decisions. What started as a simple rumor about visas ended up turning a friendly cultural exchange into a national controversy. It really proves how easily false information can twist the truth and cause unnecessary panic. That's why it's so important to pause, check, and verify, because sometimes even one small rumor can lead to major consequences.
Evaluation of the article sources. Al Jazeera cites official in different contexts, which makes it reliable. It also reports both of the government's decision and the misinformation background. The article might not fully debunk all the misinformation, but it highlights the existence of the false claims but does not deeply fact-check them. Readers may confuse the coverage of all the misinformation with the validation of it, or they just read it carefully. The source itself is a credible one, but the underlying of the fake claims are not. The key to the issue is how misinformation online affected our policy. So the last one is comparison with correct, evidence-based information. The misleading claim was that Africa Exchange Program would lead to large-scale immigration and job loss for Japanese citizens. The fact-based correction is the Japanese Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, and Technology clearly stated that the cultural or educational programs are short-term and not pathways to permanent immigration. Reports from Reuters and AFP fact-check confirmed that the claims of mass immigration were fabricated and amplified by online misinformation. So historically, Japan has a very strict immigration policies, which are cultural exchange are not equivalent to immigration channels. Evidence-based sources confirmed the misinformation was false, and the real issue was the spread of fake narratives online that pressured the government.
With that all said and done, fact-checking is indeed essential because it helps prevent confusion, panic, and the spread of lies. It ensures that community receive accurate and trustworthy information. Whether in history or in current events, verifying the truth is important to avoid false narratives that can mislead others. Before you share a post online, always pause and ask yourself, who posted this? Are there credible sources? Has any authority confirmed it? And then if the answer is no, it's best not to share. Now with all the incidents presented and shared from the video, it reminds us to think before we click, check before we share, and always rely on verified information. With that, stay smart, stay informed, and remember, truth matters.